Today we're making a chocolate and banana tart. It sounds so good, and of course Trish is here to show us how to make it in the perfect way.
Quite right, and it's quite delicious and not difficult to do either.
Not difficult.
No.
Okay. So shall I start making the pastry?
Absolutely.
So how much flour have we got here?
Okay, there's a cup and a quarter of flour, plain flour. And to that we can add some corn flour. That just helps to lighten the pastry up a little because the texture's lighter.
Yeah, I've never done that before, so that's a good little trick. So some sugar there, just some plain caster sugar.
And then a teaspoon of baking powder. That will just help to lighten it up a little and lighten the crumb a little.
So this is a short crust.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
A sweet one.
And
then
some
there's
butter.
90 grams of butter that can go in there as well.
There it goes.
And this whole process of putting it in the food processor helps to bring it together, and it takes a lot of that sort of rubbing in with the fingertips out of it. So essentially we want it to come together. That's it.
All right. Now, I'll just show so you can see exactly what we're looking for at this stage. So just fine crumb.
Yeah, so that it looks like fine breadcrumbs.
Okay, eggs?
Yes, one
Just
egg.
the one egg. One whole egg?
One egg should be enough to bring it together. Sometimes that will vary depending on, the season and how dry the flour is and that sort of stuff. So, there's a provision for a little bit of water if you should need it.
Yeah.
But
and that's what most recipes say. They're just a little bit of water on standby just in case.
you probably could. If it's not coming together like that now, we probably need to add just a little bit of water.
Just a tiny bit.
Because you'll see it start to sort of tumble around into a bit of a ball once it's ready to go.
It's better to start with just a little dribble and go from there.
Once it starts to sort of get uneven in there, you know it's trying to form that ball, I think.
And there it is.
There we go. I think the main thing is now just knead it together into a ball and then you can flatten it down. The main thing is not to add too much extra flour at this stage when you're bringing it together and also when you're rolling. So we want it to stay as short as possible. So this is quite soft now, as we'd expect, but we need to let that refrigerate and rest.
All right, so we'll cling wrap that, pop it in the fridge 1 hour, and then we can start rolling out the pastry.
Absolutely.
So we've taken that out of the oven, we've allowed it to cool slightly, nice and golden.
Yeah, I think the main thing to remember with this is it's not going to go back into the oven. So we need to make sure that the pastry is cooked really nicely now so that it's not sort of greasy and waxy underneath.
It's almost like it's not blind baking because we're just getting the tart completely done, cooked all the way through.
That's right. Okay, now the filling is easy. So it's basically just making a ganache again, using the milk this time. I like the milk with the bananas. It's really nice, a nice combination. So 250 grams of the milk melts, and we need to make sure that we melt those through with the cream. So it's about half a cup of cream, and just over some simmering water until that's nicely melted through, and so you get that beautiful glossiness, you get the fantastic texture and like no grain. It's really silky and smooth and shiny and beautiful. So what's going to happen, this is going to melt. We need that's a little bit of apricot jam there, and that's just going to give a nice gloss to the bananas.
Right. And is that fine, just that thickness, or...?
Yeah, we'll just warm it up a little.
We'll warm it up?
Yeah, warm it up in the microwave, about 30 seconds
30
or so.
seconds. OK, I'll do that now.
The chocolate has melted through beautifully now.
Oh yeah, it's nice and thick.
Yeah, it's lovely and thick and ready to go. So I can take that off the heat. And then this is going to go straight into our prepared base.
Swap sides with you. Making a mess all over the bench now.
All right, I'll just carefully lift that out. And then that goes directly into the pastry case.
Look at that.
It's beautiful. Look how shiny and lovely that is. And we've used the milk here, but you could, of course, if you want, use the dark chocolate melts, or you could use white chocolate melts as well. Okay, you can spread that out, and then this can just allow this to set. So this will firm at room temperature, but just to speed it up a little bit, we might pop it into the refrigerator for a little while.
So Trish, that's firmed up nicely.
Yeah, it has. So all we need to do now is to start to put the bananas on.
This looks so good. And it smells nice too, the chocolate, banana, apricot glaze. And what you've got here, you've just got some coconut.
Yep, toasted, shredded.
Toasted them.
Beautiful. The smell of that is amazing.
There we go.
Yum. Slice of that with a little cream. Delicious.
So shall we take it out of the tin, and do you want me to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, always get nervous doing someone else's.
That's all right.
I think I'll manage.
The pastry is pretty robust.
Yeah, the pastry's great. You didn't make it too thin, which is important, isn't it? And that just fits on our plate. That was the longest one I could find.
So we'll have to take a slice off for somebody.
Oh, I think we can manage that.
I reckon
Trish, that looks spectacular.
Delicious.
Chocolate, banana, you've got that really nice, almost biscuity base, and of course, just to finish it off, that coconut, sensational chocolate banana tart.
Delicious.